Stinky savage, I warned you. Stanky, stanky savage, I warned you. We gon' freak the nation, yeah. We swarm through, talking wild. Now you laying on the ground. 300 blackout, send you straight to Funky Town. Hey, stanky savage, I warned you. Whole block marching when we storm through. Thought his jokes till the metal made a sound. Micro Draco, send your ticket to Funky Town. Big mouth, small spine, all calf, offline. Typing like he 10 feet tall. Then you saw that car creep hard, hit a wall. Slide slow, painted plates taped up. Eyes wide, you ain't really that tough. Whole crew quiet, but the stare too loud. You the loudest online, now you lost in the crowd. Stanky savage, I warned you. We gon' freak the nation, yeah, we swarm through. Talking wild, now you laying on the ground. 300 blackout, send you straight to Funky Town. Oh yeah, stanky savage, I warned you. Whole block marching when we storm through. Thought his jokes till the metal made a sound. Micro Draco, send your ticket to Funky Town. You ain't built for the chaos, all that bark, then you way off. Now your name, just a rumor around the block. Just a story that they mumble when the talking stops. Stanky savage, I warned you. We gon' freak the nation, yeah. Swarm through, talking wild. Now you laying on the ground. 300 black y'all. Straight to Funky Town. Oh, stanky savage, I warned you. Whole block marching when we storm through. Got his Jones to the metal made a sound. Micro Draco, send your ticket to Funky Town.
I want you, the gun for me. See this light,
Gun Freak Nation, what it do, what it do, what it do. Savage Ready Crew, Savage Ready Crew, what it do.
I want you, the gun for me. See this light, I'll fall this, your fault is. Feel me, just for falling. I want you.
What up, though? What up, though? Oh, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, brother. How are you, brother? What up, though, Black Wolf? You got Black Wolf in the building. Shout out to Black Wolf. Shout out to Carl Singleton in the building tonight. Hey, man. Appreciate Black Wolf. Appreciate that. Yeah. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. No, it's been reports. I got to give a shout out to my nephew Alex and my brother Jax. They text messaged me and they say it's been a shooting nearby the White House or at the whatever event that Trump is at. It's been shots fired. Now the latest that I've heard is that the shooter has been apprehended and that the shooting took place outside of the White House Correspondents' Dinner or some shit like that. You know, they do that dumb shit every year. I'm not surprised, man. Trump got a lot of people pissed off at him. Okay? Now, I don't wish death on nobody. And I don't hate Trump. You know, I don't like some of the shit he did. I don't like that, you know, he promised certain things and didn't deliver. But come on, man. This is a politician. This is a politician. They are trained. Their main thing is to mislead you, to deceive you, to lie to you, to get whatever they need out of you, and then bye, bitch. Bye. So I'm not surprised that somebody took a couple of shots or, you know, went there to protest and popped off a few rounds. He got a lot of motherfuckers mad at him. I'm disappointed in him. But this is not what this live is going to be about tonight. This live is going to be about somebody emailed me a couple of days ago and they was like, why are you so big on the AR-15? Mr. Electric? I said, call me T. They call me T. I'm going to tell you why. I said, you know what, brother? I'm going to do a live. Now, I cannot speak for everybody. I only can speak for me and my experience, okay? And if I'm a little, you know, if I go astray, this is delicious gum freak juice, you know, it's in my system and it's kicked in, you know what I'm saying? Full throttle. So if I go and talking a little crazy, then just pay me no mind, man. It's all about love. It's all about fun. It's all about protecting your loved one. It's all about staying the fuck alive. When was it ever a time where you got to focus on just staying alive? That's how bad things have got, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to say I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming through. I want to appreciate every one of y'all for leaving a comment on when I posted that I was going live tonight. You feel me? I want to say thank you. So my thing is this. I'm not knocking no other gun. If you got a motherfucking BB gun for your home defense, my nigga, good luck. But it's better than nothing. Okay? You hit him in the balls or in the eyeball or something like that. You can put that savage, you know, out of business. So anything is better than nothing, but the AR-15, first of all, those that's in here, that's new to the game, AR don't mean assault rifle. It's mean I'm a light rifle or some shit like that. That's what it meant. So all these stuff about assault rifles, that's what it means. They're dumb, they're ignorant, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And if anybody tell you that you should not have an AR-15, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Anybody that's telling you that you don't need an AR-15, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they probably living in a bubble. Let me tell you something. When you had that shooter tonight at the Capitol or wherever the hell they was at the White House, whatever, it was a shooter outside, popping out some rounds. Probably won't drop ass. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? When they when the police and the Secret Service and whoever else responded, what did they respond with? Did they respond with handguns? Did they bring the big boys out? I think from what I saw, they brought the big boys out. They brought the ARs out. And it's a reason for that. When you have a school shooter, an active shooter in school, right? And every time when the police arrive and they go up in that school to confront the shooter, do they have a handgun? Do the lead cop, police officer, do the lead officer have a handgun, or he have an AR in his hand? He has an AR in his hand. When they went to war over there in Iraq and Afghanistan, when we send out brave soldiers over there, did they go over there with Glocks or Smith and Wessons or anything like that? Any handgun? No. They had the M4. You know what I'm saying? They had an AR. So I'm gonna tell y'all, it's like this, man. The reason I can't speak for nobody else but myself. Why wouldn't you want to have something that would give you an advantage over the enemy, over these savages? 9 out of 10, they probably got AR-15 themselves when they're fighting you or doing a home invasion on you. So instantly, know this: if the enemy got it, and you gotta have it too, or even something even more better than what the enemy got, what the savage got. You gotta have it. What that AR do to set it apart from every other firearm besides an AK or whatever. I don't give a damn how dire the situation may be. I don't care how many savages that's been broke in on you or trying to attack you. Having that AR-15 is gonna equalize everything. That's the almighty equalizer. You can have a woman that's 95, an old woman that's a 95-year-old woman, frail and everything. Okay? And you can have 5 or 6 goon savages breaking in on her. With her and that AR-15 out of the way. For those who say, oh, just get a handgun, they easy to shoot. You don't know what you're talking about. I almost cussed. Because people that say dumb shit like that, that's the furthest from the truth. When you have an AR-15 with a handgun, you gotta shoot with both of your hands. I get it. You got to be steady and on shot and all that shit. And I'm telling you right now, for the new people that want something for home protection, you want capacity. You want the precision. You want the comfortability of it. You utilize it. You're gonna have 3 points of contact. You're gonna have this, with your forehand, whether you have a vertical grip or angle grip. You're gonna have it up against your shoulder, and you're gonna be able to put your cheek on it, and you're gonna have your optic on it. And with that right there, you got precision right there if you got your shit sighted in. So if you got 30, if you got 30 rounds, no less than 30 rounds, but you got the option of having 40 rounds, 60 rounds. I wouldn't fuck with the 100-round drum because most of those that I've seen and witnessed are, they trash. Matter of fact, my mag food drum, never failed me. But in a shit hit fan situation, me personally, I would not use a drum. I'm gonna be handy dandy. I'm gonna stick with my 30 round mag or my 40 round mag, and I'm gonna have a couple of more of them on me. Okay, the power, the advantage of what an AR-15 gives you, you cannot beat it, man. No, going back to the 85-year-old woman, and you got 5 or 6 savages that kicked in her door and now in her house. And she don't have a gun, specifically an AR-15. I'm telling you, even if the savages got AR-15s themselves, trust me, they don't want to stare down the barrel of another AR-15. That frightens them. Who wants to stare down the barrel of an AR-15 unless it's a crazy ass mutant, alien savage or something that don't give a damn? Somebody that don't care whether they lose their life or not. But what I'm simply saying, you can take that frail 85-year-old woman that got an AR-15 and she can write. She can send every one of them stinking ass savages to Funky Town. You want in any situation AR-15. Oh, what you need that for? Oh man, you don't need that. What you think you are? You think you in a war zone? You think you in the army? That's military stuff. You don't need that, man. Stick to a rifle, a bolt action rifle, man. Who goes hunting? I'm not going hunting, sir. I am protecting my family. And you should understand that. Now I know you probably ain't never experienced crime or anything like that or whatever. But in my environment here, where you got home invasions and it ain't just one coming in, this is not the 80s. When you got that cat burglar, shimmying up your window and kicking off his stinking ass shoes, leaving his shoes in your driveway, and he's squeezing through your window and he tiptoeing around in your kitchen, stealing your silverware, stealing whatever value. Those days don't exist anymore. They don't exist anymore. You feel me? They don't. They don't. They coming in for you, and they coming in armed. So I'm telling you right now, the AR-15, you hit me. It gets my stamp of approval. I think it's an awesome weapon platform that I don't give a damn how many opponents, how many of the bad guy or bad girl or whatever, savage. It gives you the ability to defend yourself. You got that advantage. You got at least 30 rounds. You can send down range to your target, to your funky, nasty ass target, them savages. You got 30, a 5.56 or 2.23. Man, I'm telling you, you can't go wrong with an AR-15. Now, that being said, you also got to consider your living situation. If you're living in an apartment building, if you're living in a townhouse and you got neighbors on the other side of your wall, you may want to choose something else, or you may want to get some fragmentive rounds. So even if it hit drywall, it's going to fragment. You know what I'm saying? Those bullets do exist for AR, fragmented rounds. That's what I have loaded in mine. Even though I don't have neighbors nowhere near, me. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody immediately to the left or to the right of where my residence is. But I'm telling you, having that AR And if you know, my personal opinion is you should have an AR pistol, because with that AR pistol, you know, I got a 7-inch and I got a 4.5-inch 300 blackout, and I got a 7-inch. I got a 7-inch 5.56. So anybody tell you otherwise why you need it, that's a weapon of war. Well, guess what? We are at war. We at war against these stinking ass savages, man. This is war. When you can't even have peace in your own home, and you got to be wary of somebody putting in trying to do a home invasion on you, man. To me, that's war. Anytime when you go against my family or threaten my family or threaten me, that's war. And I feel like right now, Gun Freak Nation, we are at war right now. You know what I'm saying? So why not put yourself at an advantage over these nasty ass bastards, these savages? Why not give yourself a fighting chance? So it's many factors and many reasons why you should own an AR-15. You should have one. I ain't been looking at the comments, but Brandon, you say you AR-15 ready? That's what I'm talking about. The Black Wolf, seen as savage, seen as savage to fucking town. You already know, bro. Yeah, Trump, man. Trump disappointed me. You know what I'm saying? Trump got a lot of people pissed off, including me. And you know, hey, man, you reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? When I don't, like I said, I don't wish death on nobody or no shit like that. I just don't believe in American political system no more. It's not. It's a broken system, man, and it's been corrupted. It's all about money and power. Everybody that go to Washington D.C., they go there broke. Most of them go there broke, but when they leave, they rich as fuck. So that speaks volumes right there. They're not to be trusted. They will sell you out, and Trump has sold this country out to Israel for that dumbass, half-ass war that they started. Who fucking starts a war and you don't have an army to put boots on the ground to hold territory? If you really want to change a regime and you want them out of power and you're trying to take over, you're not going to do that shit. It's not going to be accomplished through a bombing campaign. That's not going to happen. Anybody with a half a fucking brain would know that. So now he's looking like an idiot. He got this country looking like a bunch of morons, because it's being run by a bunch of morons. And I guess they're looking at us like morons because we the one that put him up in that motherfucker. We the one that put him in office. You feel me? So it's just right now, man. It's a shit show. It's a shit show. But not to stray off the topic, I would like to know from anybody in here, what's your go-to? Do you have an AR-15 to go to? If you don't use that AR-15 for your go-to weapon, and you got multiple intruders breaking up in your house, what gun are you going to go for, and why? And why not the AR-15? That's what I would like to know. What up, though, Eastwood? We got Eastwood in the building. Eastwood. What up, though? Okay, Brandon, you got 3 AR-15s ready, loaded, and magazines. That's what's up. Eastwood got that funk. He got them funky town senders. You hear me? The brother, a home invasion happened to the brother years ago, and he learned. And you know what I'm saying? Eastwood, if you in here and want to come on in here, man, I'll drop that link for you. Hit that motherfucking link and tell your truth, my brother. Tell your motherfucking truth, Eastwood. And Nina Ross. Shout out to Eastwood and Nina Ross in the motherfucking building. Yeah, somebody want to send Trump to Funky Town. You feel me? Vaughn. Okay, AR-15. What up? You got the A. Hey, Eastwood, you got an AR now? A pistol for everyday carry. You always have your battle. You right. A pistol, you right. What's your name? Devon Sampson, my brother. You right. Your pistol is for your everyday carry. Your pistol is for your everyday carry. Your AR-15, that bad motherfucker. That's when you going to war. When you got 3 savages at your back door, another 3 at your side, 2 at your front, and they trying to kick your shit in at the same time. Ain't no motherfucking handgun. I mean, I'm not just. Anything is better than nothing. But when you got that AR-15, man, I wish I could show you live. They don't let you show shit. I mean, I can show it, but I can't touch it. And if I'm gonna show it, then I got to touch it. You feel me? If I can't touch it, man, that's like a woman undressing and you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't look. You know what I'm saying? You can't touch. That's a tease right there. So that's the reason why I ain't about to do that. But what I'm trying to tell y'all right now, man, if anybody you know that's against a fucking you having an AR-15, they full of shit and they don't have your best interest at heart. I'm gonna put it to you like that. They ain't got your best interest at heart. Get you an AR motherfucking 15. Hold on. Luke team, AR-15 and Beretta APA, A1 with extra mag. Oh man, you know what, brother? You certified savage ready. You certified savage motherfucking ready. You feel me? And if anybody come up in here for a few minutes or whatever and tell me what they setup is, I will drop the link and let you come up in here. As long as you don't be on no weirdo shit. Trying to get, you know, I'm gonna see you before you I gotta vet you a little bit before I bring you on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Eastwood, if you want that link to be dropped, go ahead, brother. I'll drop it for you. You've been on here. I trust you. You've been on the show before. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I don't trust y'all, but you just never know who watching you and like, you know what I'm saying? Crazy shit. You feel me? If I'm not familiar with you and don't know you, then I gotta vet you. You feel me? Y'all feel me? But anyway, man, the AR-15 platform, in my opinion, awesome. It will handle the job. It will get the job done. And what makes it awesome is another savage out there got one. If a savage, a funky ass savage got an AR-15, you gotta have one too. If you're trying to break your house, you got the advantage because you know the layout of your house. You know all the good spots, the high, not high end, but laying rate, that motherfucker. So you know where to create that death funnel. Okay, motherfucker in here. But if he come through that goddamn door, or if he walk down this goddamn hallway, I'm gonna send this goddamn ass Funky Town. You feel me? I'm gonna send this ass Funky Town, and it gives you that ability where if you got a handgun, Especially now, hell, fuck no, not no revolver. But if you got a handgun, that's what, about 15 rounds, 17 rounds, AR, 30 rounds. It doubles that shit, y'all. The 5.56 will fuck you up. Okay, C187. You gotta forgive me, man. I got these dark ass glasses on and shit. A 10-inch diamond. Oh my god, you got the 10-inch Diamondback. I just saw one of them the other day at a gun shop, man. I'm still looking for that Taurus RPC, by the way. But I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. The way that I utilize my home defense weapons, I rotate. I got cameras all around my house. I got sensors and shit, perimeter sensors. A motherfucker, I don't give a fuck if it's I don't give a fuck if it's a cat or a dog or something that cross that perimeter. My fucking sensors and alarms and shit is gonna go off. Okay, I'm gonna get alerts on my phone and my alarm system's gonna go off. I got night vision shit, okay, where I can see at nighttime. Okay, if you can't afford an alarm system, pay the $50 or $60 and get you a Ring doorbell, man. That motherfucker does it all. I also have that too. But if I see one motherfucker out there and I don't see nobody else and I don't think they own some shit, I'll probably grab my 9mm. I might grab my MP5. Okay? It just depends on the situation. Now, if I see some shit ain't right, if I see a van pulling up, another car pulling up, a bunch of motherfuckers getting out, shady individuals, and they coming up on my property to my door, my back door, they come. Oh, hell no. They're not gonna get to my side door because you gotta jump the fucking fence to get to that. And you just can't kick my shit in. But if I see you even making an attempt and there's multiple motherfuckers, oh, I'm grabbing my shit. I'm grabbing that fucking AR. I'm grabbing that fucking AR and I'm gonna put it's gonna either be a 30-round mag or a 40-round mag in that bitch. I even got a 60-round mag. Because your life, your livelihood is not to be played with. You got a bunch of ain't shit, hateful, demonic ass motherfuckers, savages that don't have a problem getting the drop on you. Eastwood out, man. Where you at, Eastwood? Eastwood, is you still in here? James Walker, what it do, baby? What it do? James, where you at, man? Come on up in here. Where you at, James? You gotta have that fucking, listen, y'all. You got to have. Oh yeah, I remember that shit. Trespass 1992. That's my brother favorite movie. You know what I'm saying? With come on, man. We got Ice-T and Ice Cube in a movie. Come on. You know that's gonna be the shit. You already know. But what I'm simply saying.
Stinky Savage, I warned you.
50 round AR-15 drop.
Stanky Savage, I warned you. We gon' freak the nation, yeah. We swarm through, talking wild. Now you laying on the ground. 300 blackout, send you straight to Funky Town. Hey, Stanky Savage, I warned you. Whole block marching when we storm.
Let me see some, y'all. I'm about to let me see. Hold on.
big mouth, small spine, all calf, offline. Typing like he 10 feet tall. Then you saw that car creep hard hit a wall. Slide slow, painted plates taped up. Eyes wide, you ain't really that tough. Whole crew quiet, but the stare too loud. You the loudest online, now you lost in the crowd. Stanky savage, I warned you. We gon' pick the nation, yeah, we swarm through. Talking wild, now you laying on the ground. 300 blackouts, send you straight to Funky Town. Oh yeah, Stanky savage, I warned you. Whole block marching when we storm through. Thought it's jokes till the metal made a sound. Micro Draco send your ticket to Funky Town. You ain't built for the chaos, all that bark, then you way off. Now your name, just a rumor around the block. Just a story that they mumble when the talking stops. Stanky savage, I warned you. We gon' freak the nation, yeah. Swarm through. Talking wild, now you laying on the ground. 300 black y'all. Straight to Funky Town. Oh, Stanky savage, I warned you. Whole block marching when we storm through. God is Jones to the metal made a sound. Micro Draco, send your ticket to Funky Town. Stanky savage.
All right, you know what? I got James coming in, y'all. James Walker will be in the motherfucking building. I had to take my damn headphones just to put the phone up to my ear, man. We gonna talk about that motherfucking almighty, goddamn AR motherfucking 15, and we gonna talk about what happened at the White House earlier tonight and shit. Like I said, Trump gonna piss a lot of motherfuckers. Then I heard that it's some goddamn shooting at the fucking at a mall somewhere in New Orleans or something, and I was watching James Walker live earlier, and I was watching it. James said, "Motherfucker, man, or the government, or one of them motherfuckers tried to blame New Orleans for it. That ain't got shit to do with it." I want him to elaborate on that shit, and then. Man, it's just been killing and shooting all just happening. See, I ain't even get a chance to really touch base, but because every day is some type of fucking killing going on. It's a killing going on somewhere, or shooting, or a mass shooting, or whatever. You got to have a AR-15, and I prefer that you pistol. And the reason why I say a pistol is it's more compact, you maneuver around your house with them better, and here in Michigan, you can ride around with them bitches loaded in your car. Nigga, you can have an AR-15 laying on your lap. Loaded. Police can't do shit about it if you got your CPL. If you got your CPL, you can have your AR pistol. The thing of it is with the rifles, you only you can't have rifles loaded in your car in Michigan. It's against the law. You can't have a rifle and you can't have a shotgun. But any firearm that got less than 16 inches, my nigga, is classified as a handgun. Therefore, you can ride around with it. Get you a fucking AR-15, man. Stop fucking around gambling with your life. Because if you don't get an AR-15 and all you got is your revolver, one day you may get a savage and got an AR-15. What you gonna do? You know what happened? This week, oh shit, Brother James gonna enter the building, y'all. That's our brother. We gonna show him some love. You feel me? We gonna show him some love. But many years ago, in Texas, it was a church that got shot up, man. It was a crazy motherfucker walked up in that church in Texas, shot them people up. They didn't have armed security. I don't even think they had any security. But you know what got that funky ass savage out of that church. Thank God we had a neighbor that lived next door. He anywhere it go, a neighbor heard all of the commotion, all of the shots, all of the hollering and screaming and people running. You know what he did? No, this is the real American, patriot. You know, he grabbed his, and you know what? Somebody did have a handgun, and they fired shots at the shooter. It didn't do nothing to him because the motherfucker had on body armor. That 9 millimeter round wasn't effective. Didn't do shit. But you know what did something? That neighbor that heard all that shit. The neighbor grabbed his AR-15 and shot that motherfucker, and that motherfucker felt the sting of that fucking AR hit his ass, and that motherfucker took off running. The neighbor took off after his ass, barefoot and all. Commandeered a car and said, "Let's go get this motherfucker." Chased his ass down, and then ended up gunning him down. A good Samaritan, a good patriot, did that shit because he had a AR-15, just like the same weapon that the savage was using. So you have to fight them motherfuckers, teeth for teeth, power for power, fire for fire, dick for dick, ball for ball. You got to always have one up on them motherfuckers. Because them motherfuckers will unalive you because they mad because they had a bad day. They mad because their life been fucked up. They mad at whatever, and they want to take it out on the world. But they too coward to do something to themselves, so they want to take out people instead and be killed by the cops or something. A lot of them punk bitches, when they facing down guns from the police, they give up. Like the bitch ass, punk ass, racist motherfucker in Buffalo, New York, that shot that Tops church grocery store up in there. Or like the bastard that went in that black church, the racist bastard went in that black church in North Carolina and killed all them people, man. But when he was confronted with guns, he pussied out and gave up. So you got a lot of these evil motherfuckers, but they pussy. Like the motherfucker that took his own. Oh man, I don't even want to go there. The guy that took. Anyway, I hereby, man. Enough is enough, man. I got somebody who I can truly say, my brother, another mother, and we both lost our mom. We both lost our moms. The brother, the conversations we spoke about on that topic, man, I can never reveal because that's between me and him. But this man came to my house, y'all. I took him out to dinner. That's my brother, man. I love him. Not in life do you get to meet people that is genuine, And I can tell you that this brother is genuine. When I first noticed James Walker, it had to be like 2018, maybe 2019 or something like that. I kept seeing the name in the comments about my videos and stuff. And he reached out to me. I don't know how he was able to do it, but he reached out to me. I gave him my email. And he was like, "Hey, let me get your number." I gave him my number. And from time to time, the brother would call me and we would chop it up. And this is way before he got a challenge. This was like a year and a half before he even started his channel. But I enough of that, brother. Me catching in the background. Here you go, brother. Much love and respect. The awesome James Walker. Go over to his channel. He got 2 channels. The Alert Zone TV, and I put my foot in it. And he ain't talking about putting his foot in the savage's funky ass, but he gets down in that kitchen. He gets down in that kitchen. I love you, brother. Let me get rid of this chat so they can see you. Yeah, let me get rid of this right quick so they can see you. And I'm about to turn this music. And I want to hear you. First of all, talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about, man. It's an honor and a pleasure to have you on this
Gun Freak Nation, we invading again. We are invading again. Gun Freak Nation. Shout out to everybody that just caught me on the live that I did. I knew you was gonna be going live. I had already started it. I knew you was gonna be going live soon. Cause a friend of mine had gave me this text message about the shooting at the White House.
Yeah,
and I was like, what again? So I jumped online, and I'm not too sophisticated, so I was trying to keep everybody informed, what have you. But I'll tell you what, I'll jump into the original topic first, and then we'll freestyle like we always do.
Okay.
In this country, I don't understand how it's easy to convince the criminals to get an AR-15, but you got to drag the law-abiding citizens fighting and screaming. You got to drag. I mean, they be kicking and screaming. You got to drag them. Hey, I'm gonna say like they used to say back in the day. For all of y'all who don't agree about why you need AR-15, you're gonna get one. If we got to take you dragging and screaming and kicking, you're gonna get one.
You're gonna get one.
In New Orleans, back in the 90s, I'll give everybody a little quick history about ARs and AKs in America. For those who are old enough to remember, crack was the drug that gave us access to them types of weapons. When crack showed up, that's when the AR-15s and AK-47 showed up. Before then, people didn't have them. Back in the heroin days, the 70s, they had pumps and six shots and stuff. Uzis and all that didn't show up until crack showed up. Nobody had to tell them guys and girls to go out and get that stuff. Now the law-abiding citizen, we got y'all kicking and scratching. In New Orleans, they used to tell us before Katrina hit, if you don't got a chopper, don't even come to the gunfight. If you ain't got a 223, 308, 762 by 39, don't even come to the gunfight. Stay home. Don't even come out there. Now we got people who tell you they believe in the Second Amendment, but they're kicking and screaming about why do you need an AR-15? Well, you see what just happened to the president.
Yes.
You never know when you're going to have to protect yourself, man. At the end of the day, why not?
Hey, James.
Because here's the thing.
James, you want to know something crazy that happened to me? I was posting on my YouTube channel, and I did a YouTube short, and I had at the time, that's when I had the IWI Tavoy X95, the Bullpup 5.56, and I had another gun, the Galil Ace. You had a military veteran, criticize me. It was like, what you need that for? That's a weapon of war. I was in whatever war he say he fought, I forget what it was. So I replied to him. I was like, but you fought for that, the right, you know what I'm saying, for us to bear arms. Exactly. So I get what you're saying when you say what you just said. I understand that. Some of the people that claim to be so pro Second Amendment, but they don't want you to have certain guns, get the fuck out of here, man. That's ridiculous. But go ahead, brother. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Also, though, before you start, I also watched another live that you did. Some shooting or something happened in Shreveport or somewhere in New Orleans, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So you said that the governor or the mayor or something was full of shit. I want you to elaborate on that later. But get back to what you were saying, and my apologies for interrupting you.
No, that's fine. So they used to tell us if you don't got a chopper, don't come to the gunfight. With Instagram now and all Facebook and all that, I'll give Pookie and Ray Ray this. They bold enough to get on Instagram with each other and tell each other, if you ain't got a switch, if you ain't got a Glock with a stick, don't come outside. Don't even get into this with me if you're not fully armed.
Right.
Here we have the same problem with the people saying, why do you need all this? We got to drag y'all kicking and screaming. Look at what we up against. We are up against a bunch of guys and girls, plus law enforcement that's involved, that are armed to the teeth. Let me tell you something. A revolver has its place. And you get what makes you comfortable. For people that's comfortable with just the revolver, that's your business. I got all my stuff legal. Don't intrude on mine. You like what you like. I like what I like. I need to be armed to the teeth because I never know what's going to happen. As I always tell people, in foreign countries, there's a saying. You can't invade America because there's an AR-15 behind every door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the way I want to keep it. You know what I mean? And the criminals, I want to give you your flowers publicly about something. You was one of the first people in this gun tube space before I ever decided to do this, who talked about the cat burglar is gone. The guy with the stinky shoes and the stinky socks that's just coming in to get your TV, the cat burglar is done. For those y'all young people, y'all may not understand that. Y'all have to look at some old videos to understand what he's talking about. But the cat burglar, let me give y'all a description, a vague description. It was always an overweight white guy with just his eyes covered with a little mask right here, with a little hat on, with a black coat, some black jeans, and some stinky penny loafers. That was the image they gave us of the cat burglar. If you Gen X, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen it in the after school cartoons when they talk to us about don't take candy from strangers and all that stuff. We had all that. The world has gotten away from that. Yeah. We don't have that kind of stuff no more. The criminals have gotten smarter, and the criminals have figured out, well, since there's cameras everywhere and people are starting to get legally armed, when they come to steal your car, they come in 9 deep now. And they're armed to the teeth. Yeah. 1 or 2 of them is there to break into your car, and the rest of them is security. And they don't have a problem shooting it out with you.
They don't.
That's why you need AR-15. Now, Tennessee passed the law. Tennessee just passed the law, and the governor's supposed to sign it, where now you have the right to protect your property. And people don't understand. They try to make this law about racism. Let me explain something to everybody, because this is really important. When cars are being stolen, homes are being burglarized, when you call 911, when you call your insurance company, that makes everybody's rates go up when you're the victim of a crime. We all pay for that. Them stolen Kias, the Kia boys and all that, everybody pay for that. Everybody's insurance goes up. As they said in the state of Memphis, they're tired of people being victimized. They can't protect their property that they worked hard for. Like I said, the criminals know that they can pull up and come outside and steal your Hellcat that you're working hard for, and you can't come out and confront them. They know this. All you can do is call and report it to the insurance company. So everybody else's insurance can go to the roof. I know people always say, well, it's your property. You can always get another one. You don't know what person went to get what they have. So to say you just can get another one, man, look. Now, they try to use this thing of, oh, what if somebody with dementia goes in the wrong house? These what ifs, that's not the norm. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the law is to deter criminals, because criminals keep getting away with running them up. You got a guy that ain't never been arrested, man. He got him on manslaughter charges, man. Guy broke up in his house while he was there. Now they're going to say that, well, he followed him out, so he let him out the house. He wasn't supposed to kill him. At the end of the day, that dude broke in his house with him there. This kid doesn't know a lot about firearms, but he went to protect his property. And I think this is part of where this comes from. A lot of people sitting in prison for protecting something that they worked for. It's kind of hard to tell somebody, because the garage is not attached to your home, they can't go out there and confront the burglar. Because you're going to keep being a victim. it's gonna start with your garage, but next is gonna be your house. And let's be honest, T. I'm not gonna get too graphic, but you know nowadays these criminals hyped up on all this sexual stimulant, these mollies and Percocets and all this stuff. They talk about how it makes them want to make them overly sexual. They ain't just coming in there for your money no more. They ain't coming in there for your car keys no more. If they can't find a woman, damn it, they'll take a man. I'm not kidding. I'm just telling you what it is, man.
Your ass.
They'll take a man if they can't find a woman, man.
Right.
You know, I was at the bank this morning, man, and one of the accountants, man, I was having a chit chat with her, and just kind of throwing it out there, the scenario of her being legally armed, and I told her, how would you feel if somebody broke in your house and this guy or this girl was beating you to a pulp and you dialed 911 and the police showed up without a gun?
Right.
That defeats the purpose of them being there.
Yeah.
I said, I want you to think about this.
Think about that. Yeah.
For mall cops, we make fun of guys and girls that secure in the mall because they don't carry guns. Because logically, what the hell they in here for if they ain't got a gun? If a fight break out, all they can do is beg people to stop, and if the shooting starts, they're gonna run like you.
Exactly.
See, we make fun of unarmed security guard,
right?
But then we'll turn around and say, but then we'll turn around and say, only a coward need a gun. A real man don't carry a gun. Well, which is it? Right. Am I a clown for being an unarmed security guard, or am I a coward for having a gun? Which is it? Right. It's like I can't please you. Well, you know what? That's why you got to please and take your safety into your own hands. And at the end of the day, let me tell you something. I love to see these guys and girls out here that got extended mags that work. Not the ones that don't work. But they got these drum magazines, these 32, these 40s, these 50s, these 100s. Hell, I don't care if you got something that's belt fed. Man, look, if it shoots, you should be able to own it. Period, point blank. Because at the end of the day, less than 1% of legally armed people commit crimes.
Exactly.
And they know this. The news sways this, the mainstream media, as though gun control is going to stop crime. They know it's not going to stop crime. But at the end of the day, I want you to think about this. There's a whole industry we have here in America. We're obsessed with prison. So no, disarm everybody. Let him go and rob you. Let him go and shoot you. That way we can haul him into prison for the next 90 years and have him working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, look, I don't go around advocating for violence. None of us do. But I'll tell you what, if you silly enough to not get yourself protected, not get yourself armed, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, hey, look, like I said, and I don't have nothing against felons in particular, depending on what they did. I know more and more states are trying to get laws passed where if you've done a particular crime, you can get your rights reinstated. Depending on what it is, I'm for that.
Right.
But you need an AK, you need an AR-15, because that's what the criminals have. Exactly. Number one. And number two is your damn right. You know what I mean? That's like people that tell you why you gonna buy $200 tennis shoes because they only wear Walmart specials. That's your fucking money. That's why you wear $200 tennis shoes. You fucking work for it.
You work for it.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You ain't robbed nobody. You ain't stolen nothing from nobody. Exactly. Why do I need AR-15? Because I like it.
Splurge on yourself.
Now I'll think about that. When hell breaks loose and I come out with my AR, you talk about, hey, can you provide me some protection? Oh, right. No, you said, why do I need the AR-15? You stay over there. You stay over there. We might get in a fight over this AR-15. You might wind up shooting me. You stay as far away from me as you can.
Yeah, go back to where you came from.
Yeah, you go right on back. You know, like I said, I carry a revolver from time to time. I know I'm going to run to the store, or let me say sometime I be out cutting the grass, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll go. That is just to get inside to the biggest stuff. Maybe I just might feel
Yeah, you
Hold on one
going
second.
in and out.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Yeah, James. Oh, you're looking good, son. Yeah. This.
I'm gonna be right back, James.
Okay. Hey, everybody, y'all, bear with me just a minute. You look good, son. I'm doing the stream. I got invited to Gun Freak Nation. I'll call you back in a little bit. Be safe, son. Okay. All right. I love you, son. Okay. Bye. Sorry, everybody. My son just happened to call me. He getting ready to go out. He got his suit and tie. But yeah, like I was saying, I want everybody to be legally armed out there. I can't read the comments. But I want everybody to be legally armed out there, man. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, T. That was my son called, man.
He was you don't have to explain yourself.
Yeah, he was letting me see his suit. He got him a new suit. No, he got him a suit and he changed the shirt. And that's the suit the last suit I bought him. He getting ready to hit the streets, so he wanted me to see him in this new suit. I just told him to be careful with him. Forgive me to your audience for doing that, but I had to answer him. And
right.
Like I said,
hey, we understand. We understand.
Because I tell you what, I was playing Super Nintendo till this Trump shit happened.
Oh wow! I got the emulator that got it's like 50,000 retro games on there. Like every game that was ever made on the Nintendo NES, the NES. From Pac-Man, Mike Tyson Punch Out, Commando, all that shit. Then every game that was on the Atari 2600, all that shit that it's an emulator. Right.
But you know what? I wanted to. But
no, go ahead.
I was going to say I was going to address the thing about the mall shooting I was talking about earlier.
Oh, yeah. I was about to bring that up. What up, though, Quinn?
In Louisiana, maybe about 2 days ago, they had a mall. The Mall of Louisiana is in Baton Rouge. So most people think New Orleans is the capital of Louisiana, but it's not. New Orleans is the most popular city. Baton Rouge is actually the capital. They're about 80 miles apart. Right. Well,
thank you, Uncle Bonnie. Thank you for that super chat, and thank you, Quentin, for that. Quentin for that super chat. My bad, James, but when somebody super chat, I gotta acknowledge that. Yeah.
Shout out to y'all for the super chats.
Thank you.
So what happened? My understanding is a couple groups got into some kind of a little argument in the food court.
Okay.
Some guns came out and some shooting happened. So, unfortunately, a young lady was caught in the crossfire and she lost her life. And it's my understanding, and I think 5 or 6 other people had got injured, but nobody else had passed away. I condemn that. Like I said, first off, condolences to the young lady. The reason I had an issue and I had that rant earlier, it was a kind of profane lace rant, and I still held back on some of the stuff I really wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like how the governor came out there, and the governor racialized this. The governor, he's a mouth-wrapping moron. I don't care for the guy. He's an idiot. And he went on this rant, and I mean, he was blaming people from New Orleans. This happened 80 miles away. And oh, yeah, he made it clear. I blame this on the people from New Orleans. Sir, this happened in Baton Rouge, in the state capital, where you living at right now, in the governor's mansion.
Right.
New Orleans didn't have nothing to do with this. Oh, man, then he started talking about the judges that let the repeal offenders go. But he was very strategic in what he was saying. He was blowing the dog whistle. Then he just came straight up the middle and started saying what he really felt. And I had an issue with that. I had an issue, not because I don't think these Trumps need to be in prison.
Right.
If they're guilty, send them to prison.
Send this snake
Man,
ass prison.
this guy.
Hey, yeah, shout out to Darth Vader, my brother. Darth Vader, the reloader. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get at you on the get some reload from you, my brother. Thank you for that the super chat. Appreciate y'all for them donations. My bad, brother James. Go ahead and continue.
So that's why I had that rant earlier. I didn't like that.
I saw that shit. I saw you. I said, yeah, I ain't never seen brother James Walker this goddamn mad. I mean, you on there saying motherfucker. I said, goddamn, I thought I was watching me for a second.
You know, I had at the beginning of that stream, I even talked about. I had said I was going to try to stop using so much profanity on and offline.
Right.
I still didn't really say everything I wanted to say, but that guy had me heated because he does that. He I'm lost for words with that guy. I invited him on my channel. I knew he won't come, but I gave a solution. And as I said, and this is, I don't care what nobody say. I've been living in Iowa 16 years. The fact that the power to put your foot in these children's ass have been taken from the parents.
Yeah. Here
in Iowa, I see the results. I see the kids that threaten their parents. What, you gonna hit me? Go ahead, start calling the police on you. You can go to jail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People love talking about when is us. We got to go after the parents.
Yeah.
Black culture. It's not always them. It's not all of them. It's always them. This was 13% avoidable. The fatigue is real. At this point, it's exhaustion. All that stupid shit that they be saying.
The fuck?
I sit here and I see it every day. But it ain't Pookie and Ray Ray. It's Becky and Connor doing it. Same shit.
Wow.
At the end of the day, this has become with the children, with the youth, culturally across the board. It's touched all ethnic and racial backgrounds because, unfortunately, the government, which is majority ran my wife for, took the power of us kicking these children ass away from us. Now a cop can show up and beat your child and take their life because they didn't listen to him.
Right.
There's a lot of people here in Iowa that have records because they gave their child an ass whooping. And I'm not making that up. Child endangerment. You think of child endangerment like...
Hey, Darth Vader, I'm about to send you the link. My bad.
You think of child endangerment as something like they was dangling the child off the bridge. No, their child was acting a fool and they slapped them on the ass in a damn store. And the next thing you know, they leaving in handcuffs. I didn't see.
Right.
Well, these kids don't fear anything. They don't respect anything. They don't fear anything. They've stripped, and some people might say, ain't nobody gonna tell me how to raise my child. Well, I came up with this concept. If you got 3 children and you got one of them that's a knucklehead and you got 2 of them that you don't have no problems out of them, you don't want to go to jail and ruin the other 2. You can't sacrifice the 2 for the 1. So you got the 1 that's going to act the fool, but you got to think about the other 2. That's an unfortunate and a hard choice to have to make, but I'm telling you, it's a choice that people have to make every day. You always want to go against the parents. You want to hold the parents accountable, but when this woman a couple weeks ago came across my feed, her child stole $1,500 or $1,600 from her little teenage daughter. She kicked her ass and they took her to jail for stealing from her. But they didn't hype that up on the news because that showed discipline from our community. That wasn't hyped up. All the dog whistles that go on, man, it gets old. You can't keep throwing stones from a glass house. Now, what I was just ranting about on my last live stream about this Trump shooting is, I wonder if Jeff Landry gonna come out here and scream and shout about this Trump thing. If he's gonna be
I
screaming, shouting, talking
text
about
you the link.
Walmart and all
I
that,
just text you the link, Vader. I just text you the link. No, you say it's been another shooting, James?
when I was talking about the Trump shooting.
Oh, the Trump shooting. Okay.
Yeah, and I was saying, I wonder is the governor of Louisiana gonna come out and scream and shout like a madman, like he was about this mall shooting, or does he? Is he gonna keep quiet because it don't fit his narrative?
Right.
So
Right.
everybody in Gun Freak Nation, I want y'all to listen to me. Crime don't know a race. It don't know a tax bracket. It don't know a gender. It don't know a sexuality. It don't know a religion. It don't know nothing but crime. Period. Point blank. Right. And the fact that we think crime has to have a specific look is why we in the trouble that we in. Because remember, Brian Kohlberger didn't happen on the south side of Chicago. Charlie Kirk happened in Utah.
Mm-hmm.
The Mexican mafia that just got rounded up in LA. I mean, come on, man. We can go on and on and on.
Mm.
Stop throwing stones from a glass house, man. At the end of the day. That's what my rant was about. Right. And I was angry because I was in a good mood, man. I was going to talk maybe more about guns and Midday Mania today because I was just feeling good. I wanted to see if anybody got any new 2011s. Have this kind of just a general conversation. And then, the thing with the mall shooting came across my feed, and I saw Jeff Landry get on TV and show his natural ass. So I decided to respond to him. I mean, he was screaming and shouting like some fool that lost his mind. Damn. So I responded to him, all these dog whistles. And I pointed something out, and I mean, people may not like it, and people can accuse me of whatever they want. He started that single mom thing. Well, the numbers say the black community have the highest rate, the percentage. The raw numbers say there's more white single mothers in America than any other group. So when you start screaming about the single moms, it don't hit like that now. I know the per capita people, all that. Look, this White House shooting, guess who you can't blame it on? It wasn't the Kill Boys from the south side of Chicago that drove to D.C. to do this. Right. Just like they didn't drive to Pennsylvania. They didn't drive to Utah. So, but yeah, man, for the people who want to know why we need AR-15s, man, we got a bunch of lunatics out here.
Right. We got Darth Vader in the building.
How you doing, sir?
What up, fellas? Good evening.
How you doing? What up, though?
What's going on, fellas?
I can talk about why you should have. We got another excellent advice type of dude, the brother Darth Vader. We gonna pose this question to you.
Okay.
Darth Vader, why you need an AR-15?
The question should be why you don't need one.
Thank you. Thank you.
You give me a reason why I don't, and I'll get rid of mine. But like you said in several videos and common sense, the AR-15 is the great equalizer.
Yes.
And like the brother James said, these dudes is coming in on all kind of stimulants and all kind of mollies and pills. I mean, some of them, man, they're taking 7 shots straight to the chest and still getting their hands on you before they bleed out. Nah, I need something that's gonna hit you one good time and that's it. And then not only that, they're not coming in one at a time like the old cat burglars with the stinky shoes and the stinky socks. They're coming in with as a group. They got the Wi-Fi jammers. They got the lookout. They got the getaway car. I mean,
yeah.
You literally have to think like a criminal and then some.
Yeah. They
And
being so clever, they be having cars blocking off intersections so
yep,
people don't see what's going on. And man, they don't got clever, they don't got tactical, and you just gotta stay, one step ahead or a few steps ahead of them, man. Like my brother James Walker once said, if they got it, I got to have it too. Or something
yep.
more powerful.
I mean, we
Well, in the
it's
end of the day,
every day we're as law-abiding citizens, we're getting stripped further and further from our rights as gun uh, exercising our Second Amendment rights. To protect ourselves. Every day, it's a constant battle. They continue pulling at this thread to where there's not going to be anything left.
Yeah.
And you have these gun buybacks, you have these confiscations and everything. All you're doing is emboldening the criminals because they know, okay, well, they just had a gun buyback or they just had this confiscation. The people ain't armed no more, so it's gonna be easy pickings.
Right.
Case in point, look what happened in Australia. They in New Zealand, they had them folks turning all their guns, and guess what? They went back to the primitive days. These folks is getting stabbed up with knives.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, a
Oh, that.
weapon is a weapon. A weapon is a weapon. If the intent is there and the criminal has his mind on killing somebody, anything could be a weapon.
Yeah. You right.
Anything could be a weapon. A tire iron, a, a champagne flute, um, anything, man. So all these folks are talking about, like Brother James said, uh, why do you need an AR-15 and this, that, and the other? Why not?
You're right.
Why you want to give the advantage to the criminals? Do you work for the criminals? Absolutely not. And then these politicians, they get on TV hooping and hollering and get on their soapbox talking about, uh, you don't need this, you don't need that, but yet and still they got a fully armored detail that follow them around.
Yeah. Facts. It's facts.
But it all goes back to government control. You can't, if you disarm society, you can control them. And that's all it boils down to is them trying
Yep.
to control the masses
You agree with
and the
that, brother
people.
James?
you know what? I'm gonna say this, and this is just my honest opinion. It's gonna sting, but it's gotta be said. Damn it, and I'll be the one to say it. I can tell you, in my honest opinion, a big part of the reason they haven't did any major complications, like on a grand scale, is because they got to go to white neighborhoods. And I'm gonna tell you right now, say what you want. When they show up to them neighborhoods to take guns, it's gonna be a gun battle. It's gonna be all out fucking war. I'm just telling you what it is. That's just my honest opinion. When they show up to them white clever, them enclaves talking about we here to take guns, it's gonna be like World War X. It is gonna be a firefight.
They're not
They
playing.
supposed to come into the hood. The
Yeah.
majority of us, we'll probably give up what we got legal, and if we got a little something here at all, but then they've made it clear. Let me tell you something. This is just my honest opinion. During COVID, when them jokers stormed that Capitol in Lansing with them AR-15s, that was the time to disarm them then if they was going to do anything, and they didn't do them nothing.
Yeah.
They made it clear they were willing to die. You know what I'm saying? That takes a lot of balls to do stuff like that. To have a bunch of y'all run up in the state capitol, armed, screaming at the cops, telling them, I got it, he's right here, take it from me. You know what I mean? But when it comes to them, I think it's going to be more of a finesse than it's going to be a more group. That's why after they left, Michigan got the work started and they rolled the rights away. Let's
Right.
start slowly taking this, slowly taking that. Like I said, if we gave up every semi-automatic weapon we had and went back to pump shotguns and revolvers, they would say that's too dangerous.
Yep.
They say that's too dangerous. Well, you really don't need a pump shotgun. Well, break it down to a double barrel. Well, then you
Right.
only need a single shot like Walmart. Well, why do you really actually need a shotgun? You don't need that much power. Well, that revolver, you don't need a 44 Magnum. You should have a 22. Well,
Yeah.
22 is dangerous and the child can fire it.
Right.
You don't have nothing. Let me tell you something. I always say this on my channel, and I'm going to continue to say this. When it comes to the Second Amendment, I blame the Republicans more than the Democrats, only for this. When the Democrats get in office, they don't waste no time going after the Second Amendment. When the Republicans gain office, they don't even talk about the Second Amendment once you vote them in. That ain't even on the list. You know what I mean? The Democrats, as soon as they get enough votes, they go straight after guns. The Republicans can have a super majority. Once you vote them in, they won't even talk about the Second Amendment again. They won't talk about it until they get into some kind of trouble and election time comes. Then all of a sudden they'll come out there and say, well, yeah, they want to disarm you. Like now, national reciprocity. National reciprocity is only being talked about congressionally because the Republicans is in trouble. The Republicans multiple times had the House, the White House, and the Senate. They could have got all kind of legislation through for the Second Amendment, but they didn't care because they was already in. Like I always say, they feel like if they give us everything we need for the Second Amendment, then what is there for us to come out and vote? They don't understand. If they would have just make it nationally absolute, they would have support for a long time.
Oh yeah.
But they need it. It's their football. The further they've been going after abortion, the Republicans, they need to spend that protecting our Second Amendment rights, and they don't. They only talk about it, like I said, when election time comes. If it's a seat that's in a blood red district, they don't even bring up the Second Amendment. Up here in Iowa, there's districts that's blood red up here. They don't even bring up the Second Amendment. They don't even talk about it. It's almost non-existent to them. You know what I mean? Because they feel like, well, they're always going to get in. You know what I mean? Since the Second Amendment is supposed to be a Republican baby, I'll give the Democrats that. They don't waste no time. I mean, the time they standing there being sworn in, they already got somebody writing up the law. They finish getting sworn in, they clap hands and say, okay, let's get to work on the Second Amendment. They have people that watch these channels, that read these comments. That's how they come up with these laws. Right. They look to see how we feel, what we thinking about, what angle we coming from, and they start attacking. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to go after extended magazines. Since people keep complaining about the criminals having extended magazines, we know we can't stop the criminals from having them. We'll just make the citizens give them up.
Right. I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
I want to know what was the reason, why, and what was your first, what made you want to buy the AR-15, and what was your first AR-15?
What made me want to buy an AR-15 is when I moved to Iowa.
Why is that?
Because I had heard of AR-15s, but in my age group, AK-47s and SKSs was more popular. So even though I heard about ARs and I knew what they were, I didn't get interested in AR-15s until I moved to Iowa.
Okay.
Because the culture is different.
Right.
AR is more of a thing up here than the AK is. And I happened to go in the gun store one day, and they was asking me, what I thought about an AR. I said, well, I don't know a lot about them. I said, but I guess, and it took a little bit to convince me to buy one.
Right.
And I told
At
them,
that
I
point,
said,
you had never shot one before, right? Before at that point.
no, I had never shot one. I had seen them. I knew a couple people that had them, but I had never shot them. I didn't have an interest in them because when I moved to Iowa, I thought the AK-47 and the SKS was just the greatest thing known to man.
Right.
Because that's what I grew up around.
Somebody got some.
But then I said, okay, let me go ahead and get me an AR. And I'll tell you what, I don't regret it, man.
What was the first AR?
I only actually got one. I haven't gotten around. Well, I got an AR and an ARP. I got the Bushmaster.
Oh, okay.
I would show it here, but we have to go on my channel to see it.
Yeah.
I got the Bushmaster. What happened is I just had to walk in the gun store that day. And I was like, oh, what's that? I like that, man. That's right. I want the AR. Let me hold it. They got a little retractable stock on it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to take it. And, man, I want to get rid of it. And then I got the PLR 16.
Yeah, like, I saw you shoot that.
That's the ARP before the ARP, you know?
Yeah.
And
right.
I'll tell you what, it is loud.
5.56 too.
Yeah, it's loud.
I heard it loud.
It is loud, but it's fun to shoot. It's very fun to shoot. And
I might give you that.
And it was in Iowa. It was in Iowa where I got the AR platform, and I learned a lot more about firearms. You know what I mean? Different calibers and stuff. I learned a lot more. I was always intrigued, but I learned a lot more. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
I said, well, I'm an American. It's un-American to not have an AR-15 in the collection. So, and then after watching, like, then GunTube became a thing.
Yeah.
And seeing all the different, to me, and I could be wrong, the AR platform, in my honest opinion, it's kind of like what Glock is the pistols. There's so many different things you can do with an AR-15 that's so interchangeable. That's my honest opinion. You know what I mean? And so, like, I see people say they buy Glock because of all the aftermarket, all the things you can do to it. Well, that's how I feel about an AR. You can do so much to an AR, you know. And I kicked myself in the butt, man, when the general store was going out of business. They had them damn lures on sale, I think, for $80, and I didn't buy none.
Ooh. Wow.
I didn't buy none. And then when I went back to go get one, they said we ain't got no more. We was waiting to see if you was ever gonna come back. And you know, I'll touch on that, but I will say this. I would like my next AR to be a PSA. I want to give me a couple of firearms from PSA.
Oh man, they solid. I don't have like 2 or 3 of them. They solid.
And to be honest, when I first heard the PSA, I wasn't gonna buy it. I was like, I ain't buying that shit. I don't know what that shit is. I'm being honest. The first time I heard yes, I ain't buying that fucking shit. Excuse my language. I say I'm gonna stop all this crap.
Hey, man.
Hey, I said, I ain't buying that fucking shit. And then the next thing you know, man, I just started paying attention.
Yeah.
You and other people that I have some trust in about guns was like the PSA is better than you think. It's better than you think. And as time has gone on, I think that they seem to be a customer-friendly company in the sense of they tweak a lot of their guns. And whatever's wrong, they adjusting them and fixing them so when they come out with the next one, it'd be better, man. Now, I'll tell you, that the Rock, the PSA Rock.
Ooh.
My goodness. I gotta have one of those because I keep hearing about it, man.
I got one. I love it, man. No weak, man. 24 rounds. 24 rounds. It holds. And it's like it reminded me of a Glock. It looked like a Glock. If you ever wanted a Glock that's chambered in 5.7, your best bet and the closest thing to that dream gun
Mhm.
is the Rock 5.7. It's the first and only, I believe it's the first and only striker fired 5.7 is 5.7 gun. So
Okay.
yeah, I definitely get it. You won't be disappointed. And for the price of it, like I've said, I've had them all.
Oh,
But
I know.
as far as his shoot, as far as his shoot and the comfortability of it in my hand, how comfortable it is in my hand, and it looked like a Glock too, because I still love Glock.
I
Um,
know.
you got to
Good
go for
luck.
that Rock 5.7.
You one of them
Got
Glockies.
yeah. But my brother Darth Vader, I was going to ask you,
Mhm.
what was your first AR-15, and what was the reason for you getting it? I mean, going there at that time. Like, what made
Man.
you out of all of the other like platforms,
Mhm.
you chose the AR?
Well, my first AR was actually a DPMS 10. So I went with the 7.62 by 51.
Okay.
And the reason I went with that is because a good friend of mine, we were hunting. And in all honesty, we just thought it'd be cool. We didn't have no general purpose for it
Right.
because I shot bolt actions. Um, and so after I got it, and at that point, I I wasn't as well versed with the AR-10 or AR platform. Period.
Hmm.
Um, my first AR-15 was actually a Diamondback 7.5 AR pistol.
Hmm.
I'm still listening. Let me plug this phone up.
It was a 7.5 inch AR-15 pistol. And when I got it, I was instantly in love with AR-15s. I hadn't even picked up that 308 anymore.
Oh wow.
And I was like, man, and instantly went onto YouTube and was looking and seeing what everybody was doing with them and how I can customize it. And at first, it was kind of intimidating doing all the custom work or the upgrades.
Yeah.
And I would
Over here.
take it to different people, and I
Over here.
started realizing, man, this is starting to cost me.
Right. Right.
And I said, okay, let me start experimenting, start seeing what it is that I can do on my own without having to take it to anybody.
Right.
And I would say the first 2 years, I said I bought that back in I think it was 2010 was when I first bought that uh, Diamondback,
Hmm.
and I would say 2012 is when I really started getting into it and started customizing. It took me 2 years of studying and trial and error before I felt comfortable doing it.
Okay.
And because there's certain people, especially in the South, that will gatekeep that kind of stuff
Mm.
to keep people that look like you and me from having that kind of knowledge.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, Same thing goes with reloading. And so, like I said, I just practiced and trial and error. Uh, but over the years, I streamlined the process to where now I can literally take apart an AR and rebuild it with my eyes closed.
Oh,
Um,
that's what's
I've
up.
I've customized a lot of rifles for friends. I've customized a lot of my own, and I build, and of course I reload. So um, after I went through the same phase you went through, instead of quantity, I started going after quality,
Right.
and so now I've got one one actual AR-15 and 5.56, which is my LWRC. And man, that is probably hands down the best uh, all around AR-15 that they made.
Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
heard of.
I
Yeah,
put
that company solid.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put it up against a Daniel Defense, a Radian,
Mm,
uh, any gun you name. I'll put it up against it because when I bought it in, I think it was 2014, gun cost me around 1,500, and then right now that same gun is worth about $2,200 now. And so
man.
uh, the level of comfort I have with that gun shooting it, um, man, I even surprise myself when I go out there, and then when I
Mhm.
go and I take new shooters out
Mm,
with me and let them get behind that,
yeah.
and they're amazed at the recoil on it, these just the overall features you get with the gun.
Right.
It's a completely ambi gun, completely ambi,
Mm,
and so like Brother James said, when people first start out, the first place I send them is PSA. And I tell them, don't get caught up on all these names because all the name brand stuff ain't all everything that glitters ain't gold.
exactly.
So,
Facts.
the Daniel Defense and all that stuff, yeah, they're nice firearms. I'm not gonna take anything from them. They're superb firearms. But you can get that same performance out of a PSA by
Hmm.
upgrading your parts on there
Yeah. Facts.
and save your money and
Exactly.
training, ammo, supplies, and stuff like that versus going to get an $1,800 rifle and then you putting cheap optics on it and you putting cheap triggers in there and you putting steel case ammo in there because that's all you can afford because you blew your budget on the rifle.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
and especially in this economy, the way things are going now, and I think you made a comment about the noise. That was actually my powder dropper. I'm in the
Oh
process of
shit.
actually
Okay.
loading some ammo now, some
Wow.
5.56, 55 grain VMAX, and
Damn. So you machine do that for you? I thought you had to manually like pour the gunpowder into the shell and clamp it and clamping it.
no, that's it right there. So
Oh
that's all
wow.
my load data right there. And so it
Wow.
drops the powder into that thing and empty case right here. Put that in there. Here's what compresses the bullet, and then here's the final product, which is this.
Wow, man. And
So,
that's some professional looking like what
yeah.
you would, yeah.
So I just actually finished doing about 50 right now.
Wow.
I did some 5.56, some 6 millimeter arc and 6.5 Grendel, and so I'm
Wow.
finish up a batch of another 50 of
Okay.
5.56, the VMAX.
Hmm.
And then tomorrow, I'm probably going to start on some 110 grain 300 blackout.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to hit you up on
And
that.
oh, absolutely. And then, like I said, man, this type of knowledge, man, it took years to perfect and to get to where I'm comfortable.
Hmm.
And you know, I don't want, like Brother James say, the brothers who are interested in it not to be that Ray Ray or Pookie. I want you to have some knowledge.
Yeah.
So when people come to me, I mean, I start with the basics and I let them know this is not an overnight process. You hear, where I am with, my knowledge and my experience, and you think it's going to automatically happen. No, man, it takes time and commitment. You got to commit to it. And
Exactly.
so that's why I tell people, man, if you're starting out, don't blow your whole budget. Go get you a PSA. Go get you a Bear Creek.
Right.
Or, if you want me to build it for you, I will sit down and tell you what parts to order and I will put it together for you.
That's
and
what's
we will
up.
go out there and I will fine tune it to your level.
Somebody got a question for you. What's your velocity on the 5.5 VMAX?
Out of a 16-inch, I'm getting anywhere from 2,800 to almost 3,000. And what I'm doing, I'm using a uh, compressed load, meaning that the case is almost full to capacity.
Okay.
And so I have an adjustable gas block on my AR-15 where I can adjust the gas for shooting into a compressed load. If you shoot a compressed load in a AR-15 that doesn't have an adjustable gas block, you can wear out your parts easily because that gun is not tuned to shoot reloaded ammunition. A lot of guns are
Mm,
set for factory ammo, and I don't know what kind of powders they use in factories,
right.
but um, that's the beauty of reloading. You control every aspect of that. So, can I get over 3,000 out of a 16-inch? Absolutely,
Ooh.
but I would be pushing the envelope on that because the pressures would be entirely too high. The max pressure you want to have in a 16-inch AR-15 is 52,000 psi.
Ooh. Okay.
All right, boat guns you can load them higher to like 62,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hence
So
why bolt actions usually shoot a little bit further.
boat actions shoot further and they're more accurate because there are less moving parts.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, there's less
Wow.
moving parts.
Yeah, because I got the
So
whitetail 6.5 Creekmore 2850 feet
mhm.
per second. I shoot out of old Savage Arms. Nothing too complicated, but I like it, man. That boogie get down.
Oh yeah, that 6.5 Creedmoor is no joke.
And
A lot of people get on these platforms and say, it's taking over the 308. No, it's not taking over the 308. The 308 has its place and will always have its place.
Mm.
you know,
Like I said, I got a 13 and a half inch um, 308 pistol, and I have it for a reason. That
that's a
is my
monster.
street sweeper. That is
That's
my
a
street
monster.
sweeper. I've got an AK as well.
That's
Right.
a monster.
So, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's gonna chew through an engine block.
That's a
Wow.
monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I always say this. Every caliber has its purpose.
Yep. And every gun in your arsenal should have its
Every
purpose.
purpose. If it
Yeah.
shoot,
Ab-
it can kill. It
Absolutely.
just depends on shot placement more than anything. Because like I've had
Right.
people tell me, I won't carry a 9mm because it don't have its stopping power. I always say, well, the next time you ride by the cemetery, go and ask some of them dead bodies. Do a 9mm
Yeah.
have stopping power?
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? I
You right.
always say, get what make you comfortable.
Yep.
Some days I feel like carrying a 9. Some days I got a 40. Some days I got a 45. Some days I got 22 long rifle on me. It just depends on what I feel like carrying that day.
Mm.
Yep. A 380 will get it done.
Yeah.
That was my EDC for a long time, and I still find myself carrying that more than my. I love it. I wish they made a 4.5 or 5-inch barrel 380 that
Mhm.
took about 18 ounces. I'd go back to 380 in a heartbeat. That's it right there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If they made an extra the full size 380, I'd stay right there. But yeah, like when I bought my M&P, I got the M&P Compact 2.0 and 45 ACP.
Mm.
I bought that gun specifically for grocery stores and when I go to the movie theater. That's my movie theater gun. My little pocket gun.
Okay.
Hey, I'm like T used to be when he had that Glock 19 when he used to live stream before the movie start. I'm in the movie theater.
Oh yeah.
I'm sitting by the door. I got my double on it.
Yeah, yeah.
I got my
I
double
remember that
on
shit. Yeah, I got my
it.
Funky
Yeah, man.
Town syndrome on me. That was that
Hey,
Glock 19. And if I didn't have a Glock 19, it was the Glock 23. But I
uh-huh.
had it on me. And I'm like, let a funky ass savage run up in this movie theater.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
know, I'm
I'm
gonna give
choosing
it
and
to
learning
you, you know.
that's it at the same time. You know,
Yeah.
and I think sometimes, well, I'm gonna tell you what I know is important about gun tools. We give people real life situations because most people who never been around guns and want to get into arming themselves, they think about what they see on TV. TV gives them a false sense of reality. You know what I mean? Us in gun tubing
Yeah.
TV will get
have
you
more
killed.
realistic. Yeah, we have more realistic conversations. Like I see these videos, you know, in the movies, you see a guy with a 1911 Penguin in 45 running around shooting one handed, and he just hit everything. He's shooting blanks. In the real world, you ain't doing that. Unless you're really strong and really good, you ain't doing that in the real world. And I
Right.
always attribute, see, you know this story. I always attribute the the confidence of using both hands to the school resource officer, Mr. Malone. I don't even know
Oh
if that man's
yeah. I
still
remember you
alive.
told me about him. Yeah.
But Mr. Malone, man, Mr. Malone was the one who told me, hey man, when you're defending your life, it's all about control of that firearm. Use both hands. Don't worry about looking cool. That'll get you killed. Mr. Malone talked to us about that, man, and I carried that with me since I was 13, and I'm about to be 47 in August. And I never forgot that, man. And it's
That's
got
what's
me
up.
out of jail, man. Not being too proud
Right.
to use both hands, you know.
Right.
'Cause at
That's
the
what's
end of
up.
the day, at the end of the day, if I gotta defend myself outside, I don't want to shoot an innocent person. I don't ever want to have to do that. I don't want to have to shoot a criminal. If they leave me the fuck alone, that won't happen. I
Right.
don't go out looking for problems, but I understand the world I live in.
That's true.
I understand
Absolutely.
it's unfortunate. You that's like living up here in the Midwest, but you don't have four-wheel drive or front-wheel drive. You got rear-wheel drive.
Mm.
You ain't gonna make it up here in the wintertime. You're gonna hit everything with that
Right.
rear-wheel drive. You ain't got no four-wheel or front-wheel, you know? So
Right.
the gun is the same thing, man. You can't protect yourself. I mean, mace and bear spray got its place, but I'd rather put that iron on. I'd rather put the fire to the wire. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'd rather do. Let me get this
Right.
over with right quick. You
Exactly.
know, but you know what? Another thing I wanted to touch on with the AR-15s. I know that AR. I've noticed they've come a long way since
Yeah.
they've gotten popular, and you don't have to spend $2,000 like you say to get a quality AR. To get something
Right.
for an everyday shooter, you know what I mean? Because the
Right.
everyday shooter, the person, most people that get legally armed that buy AR-15, they ain't gonna be out there every other day shooting no AR-15. So
Nah.
they don't need a $3,000 AR-15. You got a lot of
No,
six,
I
seven
did.
hundred dollar AR-15s that run flawless for what you need for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And now I will say this: I only run brass through my AR. I don't really run that steel stuff. I don't know maybe I'm just bougie like that. Now my AK, I run steel. I run everything for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
My AR, I just run brass through my AR.
Right. I got some steel case 300 blackout though.
Now I'll
Throw this
run it
shit away,
steel.
T.
You say what?
Throw this shit away, T.
Man, I ain't never had no issues with it.
I'm not. I'm
No
not.
issues.
That's just my personal opinion. To me,
Right.
AK is built to run that steel stuff. AR, in my honest opinion,
Oh man, that
the, the
M92 and that micro Draco that I got.
yeah, yeah.
Man.
Well,
Never had
that
no issues.
the
No,
operating system in the AK is
It's
piston
different.
driven. It's piston driven, so it's not relying on gas. It's just
right.
operating on that rod. Whereas you have steel cased ammo on the 5.56 or the AR-15 platform. Period. What happens is in those steel cased. Okay, we use this for example. So if this is steel case, the primer is hard, and the part of the fire pin might not be thick enough to ignite the primer, to
Mm,
ignite the powder inside there. So that's why a lot of people have issues with steel cased ammo. But even though you can shoot steel case ammo, that stuff is corrosive, and a lot of people don't take the care of their rifles when they're finished shooting. A lot of people are like,
mm,
yeah, that was a good range session and put it up. Well, in addition to the carbon, you got the byproduct from the steel and all that stuff caked up in there as well with the carbon. And so
mm.
then when you go to shoot again, because you didn't clean your rifle, now your bolt is carbon locked.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
See, now I'm gonna have to
So
throw that shit away, like you said. I'm gonna have to throw that
I
shit away.
mean, you can shoot it. You can shoot it, T. I was messing with you. You can shoot it, but when you're done, man, just give your rifle a good clean if you're gonna shoot that steel. Like
Right.
brass, if you shoot brass, you could skip a session. Say we go to the range, we shoot 300 rounds of brass. I ain't got to clean my gun till the next time after we go.
Oh
You call
wow.
up again, say let's go to the range. We shoot another 300. Then I'll clean
Okay.
it
Hey man.
See,
because the
this what
brass is
we
not
see what we
corrosive.
we actually learning some shit tonight, y'all. I know I am. Y'all might
And
already
Brass is not
educate me.
corrosive. And then when I load my ammo, I try to use stuff that's not carbon fouling. My main powder that I use is called CFE 223,
Okay.
and I can tell when I shoot that stuff when I go to a range, outdoor range session in my backyard, pretty much. Um, I don't have to clean as much as I would if I shoot store bought stuff.
okay.
Okay.
So
Well, you know
that's
what?
that's the beauty of reloading.
All right. Someone said brass is supposed to be less likely to stick in the chamber.
Yeah, because brass
So
has
difference. Shut up.
a certain level of lubricity to it. So, um, if you get steel or even what's that stuff, lacquer coated, that stuff is dangerous too because what happens is when you shoot and the rifle heats up, that
Mm,
lacquer starts melting and it starts sticking to the gun parts, especially in your receivers.
Okay.
A
that's
lot of
great.
people don't. A lot of people don't know that with the lacquer coated stuff. So
Mhm.
um, I know 6.5 Grendel, you can get that lacquer coated as well as I actually have some lacquer coated stuff for my AR. I mean my AR, my AK-47, and I just make sure once I finish shooting that session, if I'm shooting lacquer, I go ahead and clean it because
Okay.
you don't want that stuff to foul up in your gun because when you need it and it ain't running right,
Right.
the the most frightening sound in a tense situation is that click. When you go to squeeze that trigger and
Yeah.
there's no bang, there's a click.
Right.
That is the scariest sound ever.
You're right.
Yeah. Like I said, this is a good discussion to have. Like, cause, like I said, for me, I just feel like from when I run them bolts, I can tell my ARs. I'm just a little bougie with that, and I'm okay
Yeah.
with that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a good discussion to have. But
Right.
yeah, like I said, you got so many different options now. This is
You
the
do.
goal of firearms, man, because there's so much good competition out there,
I
and
want that Taurus
I
RPC. I can't buy it, but I want it and I must have it.
well, I'll tell you this. I hope it be as reliable as the G2.
Oh yeah.
I hope it's as
Well, you
reliable as the G2. If it's
I
like
don't know too much about Taurus's history, but I'm hearing that their history of reliability, quality is questionable. Now I don't know. No, I know I saw the RPC. It looked like an MPX and a MP5 made it, and that's rolling delayed, and it's supposed to be under $1,000 with the model without the brakes. So I gotta have it.
you
You know,
know,
I got an MP5, but I want that. And I've been calling, gun shops every day. I've been checking online gun shops. If they do get them, they sell out in seconds. So that's the next gun you will see me with. But what were you saying, Brother James?
Taurus used to have a reputation for letting out horrible weapons.
Ah, damn.
But I can tell you this: when they came out with the Millennium, the G1, most people they just call it the PT-11.
Okay.
But Generation 2 is what you hear about the G2. I'll tell you this: it took me years to get a G2. I was like, man, a $200 Taurus, I ain't buying that shit. It ain't gonna do nothing.
Oh, James. Oh, you can't say that, James, because you say you got several high points.
No,
and
I
that's
got one.
cheaper than
No,
Taurus.
listen. I was saying I didn't want to buy a G2.
I'm just fucking with you.
I was saying I didn't want to buy a G2 because I was like, it's fucking Taurus and it's gonna be a piece of shit. It's gonna be 50-50.
Okay.
But I kept seeing them. I kept seeing them on all these different channels.
Yep, I
People
did.
carrying them.
I saw it. Yep.
And when I finally got one, I got my ass shoot. It was like, what took you so long to fucking get one? I'll tell you right now. If you just want to get you something to protect yourself, you get your G2.
Mm-hmm.
The finish is horrible on it. But the reliability, I've never had a jam. I bought a 32 round Pro Mag and put it in there. And somebody asked me when I mag dumped that gun, how in the world did you get that gun to go off 32 times without a jam with that Pro Mag in it? Now all my revolvers are Taurus. All my revolvers are Taurus. So I got 3 revolvers. I got a 38 special. I got a 38 snub, a 357 snub, and I got that 454 boy. My goodness. I got the arm breaker.
Oh,
That's
yeah, 454
big nasty.
too.
Big nasty there. The 454.
Man.
But it's this Taurus PCC. I think everybody's getting in following the trend. You know what I mean?
I want that.
And the trend is
And I will
PCCs right now. It's like the competition of the PCCs because remember when the 2011 war broke out? In my opinion, that really started with staccato. Then people were saying they wanted staccato, but it was too expensive. And then all of a sudden, Prodigy and Platypus and all these other companies, now it's an all-out war for 2011. You can get a reliable 2011 for $1,000 now. Now that's supposed to be the low end. You know what I'm saying? Well, the same thing with the PCCs now. It's an all-out war. Everybody wants a PCC.
Right. How
Everybody,
you like that
all the
Scorpion
companies
you got?
making them.
How you like that Scorpion?
I would like to think that this Taurus works.
Yeah.
For $1,000 is better. But
I'm praying.
It's one of them things, man. It's hit or miss. If they have good customer service, good aftermarket stuff, and something not good, you can alert them, and maybe they'll give you your money back, or you can go online and find you some spare parts or better parts. You know what I mean? Might be something like that. But I see it's the new right now. That's the biggest new thing that's on the block. The Taurus PCC.
Yep, and I will have it in my collection as soon as I can get my hands on it.
I knew you was gonna get one.
Yeah, I gotta. What about that Uzi though? New Jack City that you got. What about that?
Hold on. Who is it? Oh, hold on, y'all.
Yeah, hey, don't send nobody to Funky Town now, James. Brother James. Don't send nobody to Funky Town. But if you do what you got to do, brother. Brother James over there being savage ready right now.
He is.
Oh, yeah, you got to. 24/7.
Well, yeah, man. I think that is the dumbest question when these people, the politicians, um, different YouTubers go on and pose the question, um, why do you need a weapon of war? And I'm like, it's not a weapon of war. Any weapon in war is a weapon of war. That doesn't have to be the weapon of war. It can be, um, hell, the FNX 45 tactical has been used in war. Is that
Right,
a weapon of war? Is that a weapon of
right,
war?
right.
So, and then the whole, instead of calling the AR the armor light rifle, they're calling it assault rifle. That's what the AR stands for. And I'm like, you know, when they perpetuate this stupidity on there and they prey on people's ignorance,
Yeah,
we're fighting a loser battle. It's literally like these movies we watch where people are fighting against the propaganda. It ain't that level yet, but it's getting there.
yeah.
It's
I,
getting
I
there
definitely
with
see it.
all this fuckery that they're putting on mainstream media and only telling parts of the story and just
Right.
pushing their narratives.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of folks, they're just they don't push past the bullshit that they see that's in front of them and do their
Right.
own research.
Yeah.
They what they're spoon fed whatever is being put out, and they take that as the gospel. And it's
Right.
not, man. You got to go beyond that.
They're not free thinkers, man, and it's
No, sir.
just
Mm-mm.
it's crazy. Yeah. Brother James, you all right?
Yeah, I'm listening to y'all talk. They got the suspect. They posted his picture. I'm trying to get a good look at him.
Oh, okay. Is that happening? The shooting that happened yesterday
No,
at the mall?
with the Trump shooting.
Oh, okay, okay. The Trump shooting. Okay,
Let me put it on CNN so somebody's snooze and see what they're talking about.
right. That's crazy. But anyway, y'all. Any final thoughts before
Oh, Allen.
My final thought would be, man, just uh, we always preach,
Yeah,
uh, about being vigilant. Be vigilant. Keep your head on the swivel. And if you can, get you three guns: a pistol, a shotgun, and an AR.
yes,
And you know, like I said, when we did our last live with Eyes and Ears Tactical,
oh
and
yeah, that was lit. That was
yeah,
lit.
when we did that one, um, you know, train, get your family involved with it because you got to protect them. And when it go down in the house, that's the worst thing you can do is have friendly fire in the house because
Yeah,
nobody knew what to do. And when they heard the
right,
shooting, they come and looking to see who. No, don't come
right.
look. Get
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
Know your roles. So
exactly.
uh, savages are getting smarter and they're adapting to uh, what we're preaching and what they're seeing on the news, what they're seeing on social media. They're adapting, and us as 2A advocates and 2A participants, we got to adapt too and change our tactics, change the way we think, change the way we
Yeah,
move.
yeah, yeah.
So I just pray everybody, gun free brothers and sisters, stay safe, stay vigilant, keep your head on a
Right.
swivel,
Any
and
right. Anybody. My bad.
Go ahead. Go
Anyone
ahead.
in the comments got any questions for any one of us? Before we end the live, you more than welcome to ask us. Questions. But man, I enjoyed this live. It's nothing but love and the utmost respect for the both of you. My brother James, like when James came to my crib and went out, had dinner. It was an awesome, beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's all love. You hear me? I got my brother Darth Vader.
Man,
He
next year
brings so
I'm
much
coming
to
to
the
next
table.
year I'm
You know what I'm
coming up to
saying? He brings
Detroit, and
so
we
much.
we
The
finna.
brother just got knowledge, especially about these projectiles.
I tell you
I have
what,
to
you sure
learn
learned a
more
lot.
about these projectiles.
I
I got
learned
to
a
get
lot, man.
projectiles from you, brother the Vader. I got to get those projectiles, man. I need some
Absolutely,
300 blackout so I can get rid of this cheap ass steel. Okay, so
I,
that's
I
what I'm gonna
got you.
replace it with. You feel me?
I
I
But
got
want
you. I
any
to
got
say,
you.
questions, y'all? It's
I
all
want to
good.
say, when it comes to the Second Amendment, sometimes people might misconstrue some of the things I say. When I go to a range, I talk to everybody. I try anyway. I've gotten tips from people from all communities at the gun ranges about different types of firearms and what have you. I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to learn certain things. I mean, I'm not going to tell you, compared to some of these other guys out here, I don't know shit. But for the everyday average person, I can direct them in the right direction and tell them. I always say more firearms only because if you have to defend yourself with that pistol, they're gonna take it from you
Yeah,
for 3, 4 months,
right.
and till they do their investigation. I just say 4 guns just in case, but nevertheless, man, something better than um. If you're gonna carry a high one, make sure your shoes is tied up tight. Make sure your pants ain't falling off for you. So just in case you got running, you
Yeah,
can you can bust in your head and take off one hammer.
right. Good advice.
But
Good advice.
I tell you this, man. Before we get out of here, it's always a pleasure to come on here and converse with you, my brother T. Darth Vader, with the chat. It's always good to come in and converse. I know sometimes we feel like we going hardcore, but then we always switch it up and have gun conversations because these are the kind of conversations we need to have. Healthy discussions. We can't fix a
Absolutely.
problem until we're willing to admit that we have it. And that's always the most
Right.
uncomfortable part about a problem. If you don't want to admit you have one, you can't fix it. So, with that being said, man, I just want everybody to be safe out there. I'm gonna go research this Cole Allen or whatever his name is, and see what's the deal with him, and enjoy the
Okay.
rest of the night. I might go play me some Tetris too on my Switch.
Right. And by the way, everybody show some love to Darth Vader and James Walker. They both my brothers. Show some love to the YouTube channels. Go over there, subscribe, check them out, man. They got content. Brother James got what is it like over 1,000 videos up on there now?
Yep.
Very nutritious, as you say. So go
I'm
check out the Alert
the
Zone.
Brussels sprouts. I'm the Brussels sprouts and the cauliflower. You don't get
Yes, he
happy
gonna
when you see it, but you need me. I'm good for the buy.
right. He's gonna keep it 1,000. He's not sugarcoating shit. He's gonna give it to you real and raw. So go support the brother. Check his channel out. Check out, brother Dr. Vader's channel. And man, a night like this ain't nothing but a glorious night, a blessing.
All right, dude.
That we got
Y'all have a good
people that come together and we sharing love and we sharing knowledge. And people learn and people listening. And like I say, it's a blessing, man, because we blessing others, to receive the information that we got to give them to be prepared and to be safe against these demonic sects no good, stinking, funky ass savages that's out here running amok. We just want y'all to protect yourself and not depend on anyone else. That's your sole responsibility. And having an AR-15 is going to keep you in the fight. It's the almighty equalizer. I don't give a
Yes,
damn.
sir.
You got 17 stinking, funky ass savages in your house. Having that AR-15 will light they funky asses up, because even if they do get on body nobody still wants to take a shot, be shot by an AR-15. You still gonna feel that sting. So I'm telling you, if you on the fence, get off that motherfucker.
Listen, come on the right side. You're on the right
Yeah,
side of the fence.
yes, yes.
Absolutely.
But I
And
love y'all. Go
and
ahead, go ahead.
my last comment is, and if you black, you know damn well we don't scale fences. We just jump them like deers. We don't even touch them. You know that's part of the requisite of being black. So get on the right side of the damn fence. Hey, y'all have a good night, man.
Man,
We
you
need
have an awesome
to man.
night.
We're gonna do
Much
this
love.
again.
We definitely got to do this again very, very, very soon.
Okay.
Very soon. Promise me y'all
Absolutely.
will do it.
Oh
I
yeah.
appreciate it. I'm gonna think about more topics, and
Okay.
I'm gonna start putting the link up for anybody that wants to participate. As long as you ain't on no weirdo shit, you can come up in here and be on the panel. You know what I'm saying? If you disagree or agree, it don't matter.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
gonna invite
Just
you
be
in.
respectful.
Get
Just be
disrespectful, I'm gonna
respectful.
send you the funky time.
That's it. Just be respectful. All right, gentlemen,
All
y'all
right.
have a good one. Let me get out of here.
All
You
right, y'all
too.
have a good one. Much
Be
love. I'll
well.
see y'all again, God Freak Nation. See you again tomorrow night. I'm gonna think of another, topic. And maybe I'll see you again later tonight too, my brother Darth Vader. Just say the word and you up
All
in
right, man.
here. Thank you for bringing all of the love and knowledge and understanding to the nation. We
Absolutely.
need people like you know, that will bless us with the knowledge and shit. You know what I'm saying? I might want to get into reloading one day. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have to
Hmm.
talk though. I'm gonna give you some high brass, top of the line, T-Electric fucking special cooked up for me, high powered. That's gonna just, make that funky ass savage implode on impact. You know what I'm saying? Not explode, but implode. I want you to cook some shit up like that for me, my brother. You
I
know what I'm
got
saying?
you.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. But anyway,
Absolutely.
it's been a beautiful savage free night. But just because we having a savage free night doesn't mean tomorrow night will be savage free. And I guarantee you, somewhere here in this world, somebody is being violated by
Yep.
a savage. I guarantee you that. So let that not be ever us. Stay
Okay.
armed. Get that
Uh,
AR-15. But if you don't, get something, because anything is better than nothing. I love you. Stay safe.
love
And
you
I'll
too,
see
brother.
y'all tomorrow night. Final thoughts, Darth Vader?
Stay safe. Be armed, and that's it, man. Just stay safe and be armed.
Stay safe, be armed, and more importantly, be armed up here. Know what to do and know how to move. I love you, God Freak Nation. See y'all tomorrow night. Love
All
y'all.
right, brother.
Salute.